Back in July, President Trump replaced him as his campaign manager, and then a couple of months later, a video of his arrest went viral. I'm very glad to welcome back a friend, Brad Parscale. Brad, walk us through what your year has been like, if you will.
Oh, my year. I mean, I think the whole country's had a heck of a 2020. Mine no different, but things are good. Family's good. Life is good. And I'm so excited to see what ends up happening with the president and what the future lies.
You know what? I mean, we have to ask about it. We'll get on to some of the other stuff, but that was pretty. It was a pretty moment that a lot of people were concerned with. They're concerned for you as well. You had left the campaign. I think President Trump fired you. You went on. You were at home, and you were arrested. What was that all about? Can you?
I was actually detained.
Up to speed.
I was not arrested. I was detained. My wife was worried about me. I got into a dark place, and I think mental health in this country is one of those things. And I was in a tough place, and I'm moving on. And I've been on TV, and my family and I are great. I'm happy, and my wife's by my side every day, and I'm in a lot better place. It's tough when everything kind of gets thrown away in your life, and that's where I am now.
Okay, so let's talk about what happened after you left the campaign in July. Obviously, they've had a bit of a rough go with COVID-19. What do you think they did right and wrong?
I've been already explaining this. Look, I think that I had a plan for victory, and I was hoping that plan would go through. Look, I think they went their path, and I'm hoping the president can still pull it off. I think, look, this isn't going to be over until after January 6th, or at least at that earliest. And I still think there's a pathway there, and I hope the president can find it. But I'm not going to tit for tat for what they did versus what I did. I think the history will, the books will say that later. I don't think there's any place for that. These are still people I hired. They made their choices, and look, I still wish them the best, and I hope victory comes for them.
Do you still talk to them?
Who? I mean, I talked to a lot
POTUS.
of people. Oh, no, I've not talked to POTUS for a while. Maybe when this is all over, I'll give him a call and tell him hello. It's been a while. I spent, a decade working for that family, and, I'm due for a much needed break and to enjoy some time with my family and my wife. And I've been doing that and moving on.
So, Mitch McConnell threw the towel in. The Electoral College said it's a President Biden going forward. If it is President Biden, what advice would you give to Donald Trump, the clearly media mogul that he will be on the backside of it? What would be Brad Parscale's advice to Trump, the media personality, going forward?
Look, I think the president's going to continue to have a huge following. There's tens of millions of people that support the president. He has one of the largest lists and supporter lists ever, largest volunteer programs ever, one of the largest coalition programs. He changed the Republican Party and with record support of the Black vote and Latino vote. I think he's going to continue to be a very powerful position, regardless if he decides to run in 2024. I think that he is going to be a candidate maker and a candidate winner for people. He's going to continue, I imagine, to get on the road. He loves doing this. I've never seen the passion for a person so much for this country and for helping Republicans win. And I think the MAGA movement will continue on. I think he'll continue to be the leader as long as he wishes to be that. If he chooses not to be, then he can move on. But I don't think we're going to see the last of President Trump or Donald Trump for a long time. I think the family will continue to have an influence over elections. I think they'll continue to have an influence over the party. And I think it'll be a powerful position for them to be in. And I think their followers make them that way.
Brad, there's a backside to this. So you mentioned the MAGA movement. It's a massive group of people. Fox is experiencing that loss right now. It's lopped off about 20% of their audience, and they feel it and they're concerned about it. But that is also an opportunity for Trump. How do you capitalize on it? How does that group stay cohesive and supportive of the president? What venue, what vehicle should that be? Could that be?
Look, they're going to have to choose what organizational venue they want. There's leadership PACs. There's a lot of different opportunities in this country to continue political movements, and a lot of people use them. There's 501c4s, there's super PACs, there's leadership PACs, there's campaign candidacy PAC or corporations. And look, they have plenty of options to do things. They have lots of, assets. And I put it as in, 40, 50 million type people signed up, ability to raise record small dollar fundraising still, ability to communicate with huge amount of influencers that we built over the years. I mean, this campaign had the largest digital footprint by far of any campaign in history and continues to do so. And I think that his ability to still do that won't go away just because the electorals decide that he's not president in January. He will continue to be this powerful weapon in American politics. And I think that won't go away anytime soon. And I think that structure, whatever he wants to be, that doesn't matter. It's going to be the power of his voice and what he does.
All right. You know what, Brad, we're going to leave it there. I wish you well. You're a friend. I've known you a long time. And, you never know. Crazy things have happened. Maybe you cross paths.
Yeah. Don't worry.
Crazy things happen. My point was,
5 years of media attacks.
You hook up.
5 years of media attacks and lie after lie after lie after lie after lie after lie. Not one of the stories ever be true. It's just what the country we live in now.
Yeah, I was just saying that maybe you end up crossing paths with with Donald Trump on the backside of this. And look, you were the guy who got him elected in 2016 when no one saw that coming.
I still work for him. I no longer want to be out there and be the guy. I want to be there and supportive of him, and I want to be supportive of the Republican Party and move on with my life. And my wife's owed some dear time for the future.
Got it. Brad Parscale, everyone, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much, Eric.